Welcome to the 26th lesson of SmartKnitter, Knit Instructions Level 2. In this lesson, we will talk about different options for increasing and decreasing stitches. Let's look at the first option for widening, cheating. Cheating means that after adding a new stitch at edge, the edge stitch above is not knitted. Then the edge new stitch is picked back up when carriage is knitting the third row. The method is more stable, and the increase will not be shifted as direction of the carriage is not considered. The second option for widening is add stitch at start of course. The system will calculate the direction of the carriage. Stitch is added at the first stitch knitted of the course. The third option is a combination of the first two options. Stitches are only added at the first stitch of the row in either direction, and the stitch above is not knitted. Let's look at the next example for widening options. The first one is transfer needle, then kick feeder. Upon translation, we can see the first stitch of the widening section is transferred, then the feeder is kicked back and knit a short row for widening. This option is the easiest on the machine, but the starting position might not look as pretty in the finished product. Let's look at another option, kick feeder, knit full needle transfer. We can customize the tension number used here. Upon translation, we can see that the feeder is kicked back and knit a back tubular stitch first with a separate tension number for easier adjustment. Then the feeder is kicked back to knit another front tubular stitch, followed by transfer to the left front for widening. This method gives a more delicate finish to the widening position. Let's look at another example. This is a panel with bird's eye jacquard with sweep gathering. After translation, we find that the machine code doesn't have the gathering action at the transitional courses between sweep and body. Let's go back to SmartGraph. Add a new row to between the sweep and body. Draw a row of front tuck back knit symbol, same width as the first row of the body. This is the cast-on row for the body jacquard. Make sure the zone color is the same with the sweep zone color. Set a new tension number for this new row. Remember to delete one row in the sweep as an extra row is added. In translation setting, change the cast-on method for jacquard to no action. Now the machine code is correct. Let's move on to the next example. This is a panel with partial knitting. We can see two zones to separate the knitting area. Upon translation, we can see that the left partial knitting section is not transferred together when gathering. Back to SmartGraph. Draw empty needle symbol on top of the left partial knit section, change the zone color to match. Translate again. We can see the whole panel width is now involved in the transfer as a whole. Let's look at another example. This is a panel with link stitches. The stitches are transferred back and forth every course. As stitches are transferred alternately, the knitting time is relatively slower. Let's look at other transfer options. Continuous transfer is more efficient, but it is not ideal if the yarn or machine is not very stable. Alternatively, we could opt for alternate transfer for better stability. We could also choose transfer every 2 stitches if the yarn, structure, or machine required such method for stability. As we can see, after choosing continuous transfer, the number of race courses are reduced and knitting is more efficient now. This marks the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching.